I want to give you the exact process that we use to take an ad account from $11,000 in spend to $100,000 in spend in less than a month with these simple creative scaling tactics. So when it comes to scaling an ad account inside of your paid ads manager, there's a ton of different ways you can do it. You could go with just some media buying tactics, marketing tactics. You could do CBOs. You could simply just raise the budget. But a lot of the times when people try to scale, that's where a lot of things break. It's fairly easy to figure out what ads generally work and how to get a few sales at a good price point. But tripling, quadrupling, or even more your spend at the effective cost that you want it to do that at is very, very difficult, and maintaining that as well. But it's really that jump, kind of like I just showed in this ad account, what we did earlier this year when we took this ad account from, I said $10,000, $11,000 in May to $100,000 profitably the very next month, not even. So I want to show you exactly how we did that. And it really comes down to this key kind of element for everything. So we find that testing anywhere from 5 to 10 brand new creatives each week is a must. The higher we spend, the more that we end up testing. Now, the key is it's not like you're necessarily going to be making 10 brand new creatives every single week. The idea is at this point, you're probably at a stage where you've got something that's kind of working, right? You've gotten some sales from an ad, some leads, some booked calls. You have some success. But like I said, scaling is you got to kind of conquer that gap. And this is how we do it, is by making small variations from a winning creative already. That's the biggest point here. It's not about necessarily split testing a ton of stuff on the funnel. That can be helpful. It's not about making brand new creatives. It's about taking what's currently worked and changing these small elements. And I'll give you an example of how I'm going to be doing this now with a current winning ad that I have in an account. But for now, let's just kind of look at these. So all about making variations from winning creatives. It can be as simple as changing the copy that's on the creative, removing or updating the call to action, turning a static image into a video creative, getting a UGC actor to film video ads versus maybe yourself doing it, I think is a huge plus, especially for coaching businesses and e-com brands. A lot of the times they'll just have the owner or themselves film a video, but a lot of the time your target market may not resonate at first with what you look like. And as shallow as that may sound, it just may not work, right? If I'm filming a company for a very female-driven company, right, people may not resonate with me or believe me. Even if I'm the founder and my intentions are great and all that good stuff, sometimes it's just better to have the right person. Using different colors, making the creative an AI, social proof, carousel version of the ad, and then getting more feedback from customers and the competition to generate more ideas. These are just a few of the variations. This alone gives you quite a few that you can work off of. So keep that in mind, but I'm actually going to jump into the ads manager now and show you how I'm going to do this with an actual creative, and then you can go ahead and take this and use it yourself. All right, so here's my ad account that I'm going to try this out on and give a live example. So for pretty much the month of December, so far we've generated, let me actually back up. I think I launched this a little earlier than that. Yeah, so overall this one spent $237. It's gotten me 11 sales at $21 a sale. That's really profitable for me. Now, it's not necessarily like a huge winner. I really like to judge a winner if it's gotten 25, 30 sales at the CPA I want. But this has got a lot of potential, and I don't necessarily want to wait. I want to jump on the opportunity. So let's go ahead and make some variations of it. What I like to do is I will duplicate this at least 3 times. Duplicate it. I will then make the budget a little bit lower than what it's currently at. Now this really depends on your product. I know that if I'm getting sales, like I said, at 20 bucks, even if I'm getting sales at around $30, I'm going to be profitable. However, you may need to change that based on what your product is and what you know profitable is for you. So for me, I'll probably start this off at around $20, $25 or so, right? I always like to do odd numbers and weird numbers like that because Facebook is bidding at the end of the day. And if a lot of people would just put even numbers like $25 or $15, if I outbid them by $1.23, I'll take it. And I've seen it happen before. So I duplicate it 3 times, and now I'm going to make 3 small changes. So a very first easy change that you can make is simply changing this first sentence that people are going to see inside of your ad. And this is called the lead-in in copywriting. So it's all about just changing this, whether it's completely changing this piece or just adding something in up here to kind of grab their attention a little bit more. before going into the bulk of the copy is a very easy thing you can do to improve your results. So for this one, I'm just going to build off the story, and I'll just say my grandma got her memory back. And I'll throw in I'll keep that out. I'll keep an emoji out. So that's the first change. Super simple, nothing too crazy about it. It's just a small variation. Next small change you can make is just by shifting the headline and making a very small change or a completely new headline. So for this one, I'll just add a new headline in. I'll just say that. Cool. And last but not least, you can make changes at the ad level with the creative, with the copy, kind of like I'm showing. You could even update the creative as a whole. Like this one, it has text on it. So a really easy change I can make is just removing the text and just having the image. But I'm actually going to back up and go to the ad set level because there are changes that you can make here too. So you can see right now, I'm targeting women only, 45 to 65 on the US with all these different interests. These interests have worked really, really well for us. And I've tested most of them with women, but I'm just going to change it to all. And then I'm going to open the age range just a little bit more, down to 30, and see how that does. It's a small change. I'm not necessarily changing anything major in the creative, but these small changes can reset the initial conditions, which is super big on Facebook ads and all advertising platforms. And two, making these small changes, like the copy that I made, the headline, will actually give us a different result. So then I'll publish these and see how they do. Implementing those changes along with all of these and adjusting new variations for your paid ads is a super easy way to scale them, and it's the exact thing we did with that example that I showed you at the beginning of the video. We simply had a ton of tests running at the beginning of May, figured out some of the small winners, made tons of variations, 3, 4, 5 times a variation for one creative, and then we just scaled from there, and we consistently scaled them up. And because we had so many tests and variations running, if one fell through the cracks or it stopped working, not a problem. We had tons of other ones to kind of continue and keep us going. If you want more resources like this, join my totally free school group, the Predictable Profits Mastermind. There's a free course in here that you can get access to totally for free, no credit card, nothing needed. And you can ask questions. I'm glad to review your ad account, give you some feedback, give you some pointers and tips, and help you scale your business with paid advertising and marketing. Hope you enjoyed this one. I'll see you in the next one.